the real reason why men are more likely to die earlier than their female counterpart. Please watch this video to the end before you draw any conclusions and make your comment or share your experience about this video. Why do men die younger than women? One of the most persistent statistics in our journey through life is that, on average, men tend to have a shorter lifespan than women. This situation can be traced back to various reasons, including biological, societal, and behavioral factors. Let's unpack these reasons and examine how family dynamics may contribute to this phenomenon, especially in the later stages of life. There is so much hype about the genetic nature of men. Men are not only generally considered to be physically stronger than women, but they also face their own unique set of genetic challenges. Men inherit a single X chromosome from their mothers, whereas women inherit two, one from each parent. This means that if a genetic defect appears on the X chromosome in men, they have no backup, unlike women. This can lead to a higher risk of genetic disorders. Additionally, men produce higher levels of testosterone, which has been linked to riskier behaviors. This hormone not only influences aggression and competition, but may also encourage behaviors that compromise long-term health, like smoking or avoiding medical advice. Not all men smoke or engage in risky behavior, yet the chance of men dying earlier than their wives is still very obviously high. Men's hazardous jobs, the impact at old age. Men are also more likely to work in hazardous jobs. From construction sites and firefighting to military deployments, these roles significantly increase physical risks and expose men to health-threatening situations. These jobs increase not only immediate physical dangers, but also long-term health problems, often due to exposure to harmful substances. Consequently, now that the man has started having health problems, the woman may start thinking that the man is a burden on their life. I know women who ran away from their men in old age just because of health complications. Still, in men's health, another major problem is if a man can no longer perform his conjugal role, he might become an object of ridicule before women. Men suffer from neglect in old age more than women. As men age, they often experience a form of social neglect that their female counterparts are less likely to face. Let's explore two dimensions of this problem. Why do children pay more attention to mom than to dad? Anecdotal evidence and psychological studies suggest that children may feel closer to their mothers, especially growing up. Mothers often are the primary caregivers, especially in the early years. This bond can carry over into adulthood when caregiving decisions arise. Another reason is that adult children continue to enjoy the patronage of their mothers when raising their children as grandmothers. The man is considered a liability rather than an asset in his old age. Why do women pay more attention to their children than to the husband? Ironically, women tend to think they can trust their children more than the man they married and spent their youth with. They overlook all that the man has contributed to raising those children. Men are more likely to discipline their children, which may contribute to why their adult children might grow to love their mother more than their father. Think of a man who will always disperse money like school fees and other necessities through his wife. The children may now believe that their mother had always been responsible for their upkeep throughout their childhood. Similarly, women may focus more on their children than their husbands because they have traditionally been caregivers, a role deeply ingrained socially and even biologically. This focus can shift a significant amount of emotional and physical caregiving away from husbands, particularly as age and health issues complicate family dynamics. Women tend to exaggerate their level of care for their children when they are younger. Some women tell their story as to the children as if the man did not contribute to the upbringing of the child. This is a delicate topic, but evidence suggests that some women may emphasize their role and input into their children's lives, possibly strengthening the maternal bond. While this can help build a solid child-mother relationship, it can sometimes inadvertently marginalize the father's role and impact. Children often perceive that women, particularly their mothers, require protection more than men. Cultural narratives often portray women, especially mothers, as more vulnerable and in need of protection compared to men. This perception can influence how adult children allocate their time and resources when caring for aging parents, potentially overlooking their father's needs. Men are abandoned, and the mother can go around visiting with children, especially in African settings. In the later years, it's not uncommon to see mothers being more socially active with their children than fathers. Societal norms and the perceptions discussed earlier can contribute to this disparity. Children tend to be more loyal to mom than to dad. Fidelity to the mother over the father can be an extension of early childhood bonding and caregiving patterns. This long-standing loyalty can influence caregiving decisions in later life. There is a need for a cultural and societal realignment. We need to stop the belief or dogmatic notion that men are destined to live shorter lives than their female counterparts. Mothers tend to receive more health and care from their children than fathers. Given the reasons we've discussed, it's unsurprising that mothers often receive more comprehensive care from their children than fathers. This effect, compounded over time, can have tangible impacts on men's health outcomes. In conclusion, men face a unique genetic, occupational, and societal complex that can contribute to their shorter average lifespans. Understanding these dynamics allows us to address them more effectively, ensuring that all parents can enjoy their golden years with the support and care they deserve. Not just for dads, but for everyone's sake. Let's keep working towards a balance where care is given thoughtfully and inclusively, regardless of gender. Please note that I am not making a case for men who were not there for the family when they were younger, the runaway men. I am making a case for those men who are suffering needlessly. Let us be objective as we discuss these issues. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Remember to comment, share, and press the notification bell.